Syria and the news that the head of the rebel Free Syrian Army has been sacked. We can speak to Joshua Landis, who's the director of the Center for Middle East Studies at the University of Oklahoma in the US, and he joins me now live from Norman in Oklahoma. Good to have you with us. Let's talk about the FSA. What's happened to them? Why have they lost such influence on the ground? Why this disorganization, this internal crisis?
Well, the Supreme Military Command underneath Idris was expelled from Syria several months ago by both Islamic Front and ISIL, the Islamic State for Iraq and the Levant. And so the Free Syrian Army began to fall apart. It wasn't being supported by the West, and we got a new umbrella group, the Islamic Front, that emerged in Aleppo region. And this meant that the Free Syrian Army began to crumble. There are still remnants, and those have been gathered together now in a new force under this, theoretically, it will be under this new command. But Saudi Arabia has picked up the offensive, and with the collapse of Geneva diplomatic effort, we're getting a new military effort, and we've seen several new people put into place. There's been this coup d'etat in the Supreme Military Command, led by a southerner from Quneitra, tribal. Also, we have a new Southern Front, a command that is led by another tribal leader, and the head of the entire Syrian National Coalition is also, Jarba, is a head of the Shammar tribe with close connections to Saudi Arabia. So what we've got are two significant changes. One is a shift of leadership from the north of Syria to the south. Jordan is going to play a much heavier role in this, and Saudi Arabia has promised that they're going to get much better arms, man-pads for anti-aircraft and anti-tank weapons, which could paralyze the Syrian army. But that means more tribal element. Saudi Arabia is trying to get loyalty through playing the tribes, and a southern reach, Jordan. And Jordan has just been given an extra $1 billion in housing loans by President Obama this weekend. And they've been promised 14,000 tents for the Syrian side of the border next to Jordan, because I guess they're expecting many more refugees to flow out as these new weapon systems get integrated and this new military effort starts moving towards Damascus. So you're
saying there that they're going to get
on the
new
suburbs
weapons
of Damascus and the Daraa area.
And new weapons, of course, was always a priority of the FSA. They were very disappointed when the West sort of was more interested in providing non-lethal assistance. How will the West then view the reorganization of the FSA and the fact that it's getting weapons from these other sources?
Well, we'll see. It seems to be that the West is going to give a new look at military power and see if these moderate rebels, as they call them, can be powered up to push aside the Islamists. This would have achieve two things. Theoretically, gain military muscle against Assad, and also sideline the jihadists and push them aside as well. We're going to see pushback, of course, from both sides.